Yo, I just wanted to make this video because I mean, it's about high time I made this video. It's kind of a culmination of things that I've been saying in the past that lead up to now. I want to make this video titled How Women Turn Good Men into Monsters. You know, y'all have known a lot of the stuff in my dating diary videos and all of that. You know, there are good men out here. There are great men out here. Men who are hardworking, who give themselves to God, you know, who don't want to play women, who don't want to see women hurt. That's how I started off in the beginning. Yeah. That's how a lot of men start off in the beginning. But, you know, but then, you know, you start off like that. And then throughout time, you know, you're forced to adapt to the environment. And the environment here in America is usually women doing men dirty, and vice versa too. I mean, let's keep it real. But the narrative here is how women turn men into monsters. Like I said, I have known good men, like my brother Eric, I told y'all a million times about, who was a good man. This dude was a good man. You know, married a woman who cheated on him, who was a hoe, who couldn't keep her legs closed. This woman cheated on him. She divorced him, and yet she has custody of his kid and didn't allow for him to see his kid for a few years. And then after being with her, motherfucking gets with this other woman who fucking uses him for papers and then pins a child on him that's not his. He took his life because of women that ain't shit, that he thought loved him. You know, how women turn good men into monsters. Hell, and then, let's not talk about me. Y'all know the story with me. Had a best friend that told me I was responsible for my friend Eric's suicide because I wouldn't cater to what she wanted. Also had a woman, you know, had multiple women cheat on me. You know, had women talk down about my mental health, had women talk down about my family. I've had women, you know, I've had women call me fat when I was bigger. I've all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, for me to be as calm as I am, and for me not to fucking spark a revenge tour on every single American woman born, let me tell you something. It's a miracle that I don't go out here and play every single fucking woman out here I come across. Let me tell you something. I could be that guy if I wanted to. But I choose not to be. I choose not to live that kind of life, because what kind of way is that to live? You know? What kind of way is that to live? Then you got people like Anthony Bourdain. Had a wife. Wife cheated on him, openly stated that shit on Twitter and said, fuck your feelings. And he committed suicide. You know, he was out here, you know, Anthony Bourdain was out here seeing the world, saw over 80 countries. His job was to go from country to country, tasting food and meeting different cultures. And a woman was a source of his pain and his death and his downfall. As men, it makes you, as a man, it's almost like you're afraid to love because of this type of shit. It's almost like you're afraid to open up yourself to a woman and you know, tell her what it is about your mind and your soul, man. It ain't just about hooking up. But women make it like that. They make it They make their vagina their only source of worth because they don't know how to do right by a man. You know, the narrative nowadays usually is men ain't shit. When men are the ones that's actually out here trying to have relationships. Women, there have been studies on this. There's been an Associated Press study that's been done this year, and the year ain't even over yet. Look this shit up. It's on Google. This shows that over 60% of women don't want to be in relationships. And men are trying to be in relationships. But you know, I don't want to fucking go over that too much more. You know, because it's beating a dead horse at this point. There are good fucking men out here. Great men. Great men who they'll probably build statues of one day. You know, great men who will leave their mark on this world. Great men with vision. Great men with drive and determination. And that are loving men who would willingly take care of a family that they create. But you got women out here, man, that be using dudes for dinners, for money, for, you know, for an emotional tampon to make their ex jealous or whatever. And out of all of this, these women have created the fucking players and the monsters that you see out here today. If you see a dude that's ice cold with it, that don't give a fuck with it when it comes to a woman's emotions and shit, it's because it's a woman that put him in that position, that made him that way, that forced him into that shit. It's great men out here who come with good intentions for women out here. And they never appreciate it. You know? It's crazy, you know, because they turn good men into monsters, and then they don't take accountability for the shit. You know, women don't take accountability for shit. You know, I've had motherfucking women speak about my fucking family and shit, man. Like, talking shit. And still didn't apologize. You know, I've had women, you know, say and do all kinds of fucked up shit to me. And it's crazy because they feel they have the carte blanche to get away with this shit that they say. Because they're women and, well, if you're a man, you can't hit a woman. Let me tell you something. Women in America should be lucky that they don't have to deal with the shit that women overseas deal with. I put it like this. You try goddamn playing a dude and playing a dude for food and playing a dude for his money and all that shit. Try that shit in some of these other goddamn countries, man. They will fucking kill you. But women here in the U.S., goddamn, man, they don't know how good they got it. They really don't know how good they fucking got it, man. Because they be out here turning men into monsters. And you got some women who actually get off on destroying the morale of men. You got some women that get off on that shit. And I'm just telling you, ladies, y'all might need to kind of check yourselves with that shit. Because not every man out here is going to be a gentleman about this shit. Not every man is going to roll with the punches with this shit. Like most of us. You got some of these real field motherfuckers, these Ike Turner type motherfuckers that don't play that shit and will go off on the woman's head. So I'm warning women, hey, y'all might want to stop playing these fucked up ass games with men. Because you're playing with their life and ultimately you're playing with your own. But it is what it is. You know, like I said, you know, most men in this country will not get married. And it's not because they don't want to. It's because every time you as a man pour into a woman, guess what? They'll fucking take that shit and then they'll motherfucking weaponize it against you. They'll use you to raise their children. They'll use you for food. They'll use you for money. And then they'll try to fucking front like they're not. So when you hear shit like, well, men ain't shit, men are this, men are players, blah, 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 blah. Try being on the other side of that shit. Try being a man. You know? Where you can get dissed by the other goddamn gender all the live long day and can't do shit, can't really say shit about it. Because Lord forbid you say something about it and you consider sassy. Lord forbid you look at shit from a man's shoes. And you know, ladies, you know how hard you work for your money. How the fuck would you feel if a motherfucker came out the blue with their fucking hand out to you and you don't even know they ass? Asking you about what your income is and all that bullshit. What if I asked you about your weight like you asked me about my height? You know? What if I was as superficial as some of these goddamn females out here? A lot of men are being used, man. And it's crazy because they talk about goddamn, well, y'all use us for sex. Let me tell you something. Men don't have to use women for sex no more. Women just tossing pussy like frisbees now. And sex back in the day used to be valuable to get from a woman because women weren't as fucking easy as they are right now. But that's another conversation for another day. You know? Once again, it's your man, 100 grand, the lone wolf walking the earth, man. Your mama's favorite side piece. It's your boy, Doc G. And I just want to fucking say to the ladies out there that's out here creating monsters, don't go out here and say men ain't shit. And you're part of the reason why men ain't shit. You're up here basically loving your daughters, talking down to your sons. You're basically making other men pay for what you making men pay for what your baby daddy did and all kinds of shit. Or, you know, you just got so many men in your fucking rotation that you forgot what a good man is. Because you got so many of them trying to get up in you and you allow that shit to happen. It is what it is. Keep fucking taking advantage of good men. Keep trying to turn good men into monsters, ladies. And we'll see where that heads you. We'll see where that leads you. We'll see where that leads you. You know, I swear I sound like a goddamn record on repeat stating this type of shit. I don't want us to talk about this shit too much more. I don't want to fucking focus my energy on that. But I keep coming across women, period, in my life. Even though when I'm by myself, I still encounter women out here in this world who be trying to play me, who be trying to disrespect me, who be trying to use me for shit. And I don't even have but so much. I make that very clear. I'm not a millionaire up in this bitch. You know, I'm just a regular man out here trying to make it happen. A regular man out here trying to goddamn, you know, find some semblance of appreciation, decency, and trying to get in where I fit in this world. And all I ever wanted was a woman to walk by my side in that, you know. And the thing is, women today are so beyond repair. It's crazy. And I'm not trying to make this a woman bashing video. I'm making this shit out of goddamn confusion. Y'all say y'all want a good man, but y'all take good men and y'all motherfucking destroy them. And then give babies to the worst man that you can find. And then complain about the shit. I'm just not meant to understand women, bro. I'm not meant to understand them because y'all are on some other shit. So like I said, you know, you keep having people be like, hey, why aren't you married? Hey, why don't you have kids? Because I'm tired of being used. I'm tired of being used for sex. I'm tired of being used for money. I'm tired of being used for just to be company around you and shit from time to time. And You know, you only hit me up when it best suits you. Let me tell you something. That's cool, you know, because if you, like with most goddamn chicks, I'm like, look here. If you want to get treated like a hoe, then carry yourself like a hoe. But if you want to be treated like a wife, then carry yourself like a fucking wife. I mean, do we really have to say these things? And stop using people, because karma is real, and that will ultimately circle the block right back around to you. And the way that you're using men, a lot of you women nowadays, you act like that shit won't come back to you. And trust me, I've seen it multiple times. It will come back to you in spades. So, keep using men if you want to. Ultimately, you're creating a worse society for women to have families. You're creating a monster that's going to do other women dirty. Yeah, keep using dudes. Yeah, keep flaking on dudes. You know? Yeah, keep on with that bullshit. Using dudes for all kinds of shit. Watch what happens. Watch how your future goes. Good luck. Godspeed. Fair winds and following seas. Just had to speak my piece on that. Keep turning good men into monsters. Let's see where that leads you. Let's see where that leads society. Once again, it's Doc G out, man. Peace.